The potential end of the electric vehicle EV tax credit under a Trump administration is stirring up significant debate. The federal EV tax credit, which offers up to $7,500 off the purchase of an EV, has played a major role in making these vehicles more affordable. During President Biden's administration, this incentive was expanded by removing a cap that limited the credit to manufacturers after they sold 200,000 EVs. This change helped boost EV sales, with companies like Tesla leading the charge in popularizing electric vehicles. President-elect Trump, however, has criticized government efforts to push EV adoption, labeling them as overly expensive and unnecessary. His administration is expected to eliminate the tax credit as part of broader tax reform. Trump has argued that EV policies hurt American jobs and disproportionately benefit countries like China and Mexico, claiming that these initiatives force automakers to spend excessively on electrification. For EV manufacturers, the potential loss of the tax credit presents mixed consequences. Tesla, which has achieved significant economies of scale and has a well-established market presence, is considered resilient enough to thrive without the subsidy. Analysts even suggest that eliminating the tax credit could solidify Tesla's dominance, as it has lower production costs and a more mature product lineup compared to its competitors. However, other automakers, particularly legacy brands like General Motors and Ford, might struggle to compete without the financial boost provided by these credits. Tesla's CEO Elon Musk has expressed conflicting views on the matter. Although some reports claim Tesla supports ending the subsidy, it's clear that the company has used these credits effectively to launch more affordable models. For instance, Tesla has cited the credit as a factor in pricing its upcoming 3000G, a key milestone in expanding its customer base. If the tax credit disappears, the overall US transition to electric mobility could slow down. This is particularly concerning given the recent surge in EV popularity, with market share reaching new heights in 2023 and 2024. The Biden administration's policies have helped make EVs more accessible, contributing to a growing infrastructure of charging networks and an increase in consumer acceptance. The EV tax credit, introduced in 2008 during the George W. Bush administration, was designed to encourage the adoption of electric vehicles by making them more affordable for consumers. They provided up to $7,500 in federal tax credits to buyers of qualifying plug-in hybrid and fully electric vehicles. The credit was tied to the size of the vehicle's battery, with larger battery capacities receiving higher rebates. This policy was part of a broader effort to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and dependence on fossil fuels by promoting cleaner transportation technologies. Under the program, each manufacturer was allowed up to 200 eligible EVs before the credit phased out for their vehicles. Once a manufacturer reached this limit, the credit gradually reduced and eventually disappeared for that company's vehicles. Tesla and General Motors were among the first to hit this cap, and their vehicles no longer qualified for the incentive by 2020. This cap limited the credit's long-term impact and created disparities between automakers that entered the EV market earlier and those that were slower to adopt electric technologies. In 2022, the Biden administration overhauled the tax credit system as part of the Inflation Reduction Act, IRA. The reforms lifted the 200,000 vehicle cap, allowing companies like Tesla and GM to once again offer credits for their vehicles. However, new eligibility requirements were introduced, focusing on the domestic production of EVs and their batteries. Vehicles had to be assembled in North America, and a significant percentage of battery components had to be sourced from the US or its trade allies. These changes aim to incentivize domestic manufacturing and reduce reliance on Chinese supply chains for critical materials. The updated credit also set price limits for qualifying vehicles. SUVs had to be priced below $80,000, while sedans were capped at $55,000. Income restrictions for buyers were also introduced, making the credit available only to individuals earning less than $150,000 per year or joint filers earning less than $300,000. These measures were intended to focus the benefits of the credit on middle-class consumers and prevent its use for luxury vehicles. Before we delve deeper, do hit the subscribe button on EMAHQ to get more updates on Tesla's latest advancements. Let's continue. In addition to the federal credit, many states have offered their own incentives to promote EV adoption. California, for example, provides rebates and access to carpool lanes for EV owners, while other states have implemented tax exemptions or rebates for charging equipment. These programs have helped boost EV sales, especially in states with strong environmental policies. The federal EV tax credit has played a critical role in shaping the US electric vehicle market. It has encouraged automakers to invest in EV development and has helped consumers overcome the higher upfront costs associated with electric cars. However, it has also faced criticism. Opponents argue that it disproportionately benefits wealthy individuals who can afford expensive EVs, while others question its effectiveness in reducing emissions compared to other environmental policies. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Some automakers might pivot their strategies if the credit is removed. Traditional manufacturers could focus more on gas-powered vehicles, which remain more profitable. This shift would align with Trump's plans to reduce emissions standards, which he has criticized for their economic impact on automakers. The potential rollback of the EV tax credit illustrates the complex interplay between politics, environmental policy, and industry economics. While companies like Tesla might adapt and even benefit, smaller or newer EV makers could face significant challenges, potentially reshaping the competitive landscape of the EV market.